going on, friends? What's up, gamers? And welcome to episode what?
Neverwinter I know say
96.
Welcome to DRULcast, where you can play till you drool.
Yo, DRULcast, play till you drool. You better tune in, you don't wanna be a fool. True eyes and J-Spin, gaming on a PC and Xbox 360. Achievement whoring is the only way. Getting headshots on a nice sunny summer day. Zombie stalking, this podcast talking. DRULcast is here, so tune in often. Yeah, welcome to DRULcast. Yeah, welcome to DRULcast.
I've never heard you exclaim so many words in a row before. I don't know what to do with myself.
Threw you off.
I mean, really, like, this man hit record. All of a sudden, it was like boom, 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 boom. He was just like, I don't want to say.
Get into it, man. Get into it. There's not enough time in a day. Not enough.
Trust me, I totally agree with you.
You're on vacation and you agree with me.
Yeah.
What's going on, man? I figured I might as well just hit record. We might as well just catch up. I feel like I haven't talked to you in about a week because I think that's the last time we talked.
It probably was. I mean, we chit-chatted, but, haven't really had quality water cooler time until, now.
Yeah, literally just right now.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, man, it's been crazy. Easter, fucking you going away on your little mini vacations and stuff.
I mean, if you want to say I went to jail, you could just say I went to jail. I'm kidding.
I didn't expect that, but sure. I mean, the way everything just kind of played out, it really did seem like you fucking went to jail, I guess.
How you just explained it, yeah. I'm
yeah,
like, dude,
no,
you like tiptoeing around the, like, what really happened here.
So yeah, I really no show prep whatsoever. Just fucking hit and record and going with it.
That's how it should be every week.
I guess. I mean, I like at least going. Like, I literally sat down in my computer when you sent me the message. I was like, all right, cool. Like, we're ready to record. Let's fucking do it. So yeah, I mean, fucking games, huh?
Yeah. What about them?
What about them?
Yeah. What are they, I guess, is the other question.
So, I figure, all right, look, I'm gonna go ahead and just, it's going to be a truncated show. I'm going to go ahead and just say that right off the top.
But you say that every show, so we should just stop saying that.
No.
You're like, oh, this show's going to be short. Oh, this show's going to be short.
No, it's definitely going to be short. It's definitely going to be short because I want to dedicate, I just want to dedicate this show to just one game in particular that I know we've both played. And I'm just gonna leave it at that because I've been playing I've been playing a little bit. I've been playing quite a few games. So, but let's just go ahead and focus on one, and that game is just Party Hard, man. I figured with all the party.
Wait, how have you been playing it?
So
it takes like 5 minutes. It's like a 5-minute game.
Well, they've released another level, and
on the free version
new modes. So not it was sent. It's in your inbox.
Oh, what?
Let's just say that. Yeah.
I checked that the other day. I didn't see it.
So they sent it when you were away and when you were in
No,
in
I swear I just checked my email. Like, I swear I just checked it the other day.
So they sent another copy
last
of it.
night. Okay.
Was
cool.
it? No, it wasn't last night because I played
it.
No,
I'm saying I swear I checked it like last night. Like went through everything.
Oh, you checked your email. Gotcha.
Or maybe Saturday or something. Like recently, since I've been back, I swear I checked it because I'm like, I haven't looked at it for a while, but I don't remember seeing anything about that. I'll have to look again. Okay.
So
cool.
So if you go, what is it? Just Party. I don't know what their site is.
Just search for Party Hard. It's on Tiny Build site. I'm pretty sure.
It's on Tiny Build. Tiny Build.
Shout out to Alex from Tiny Build. What's up, bro?
Tinybuild.com. Yeah, tinybuild.com. Yeah. If you want to go check it out, you can actually watch the trailer there for Party Hard. They have a shit ton of games, first off. One of our favorites has been Boyd, which we've talked about before. Check out Speedrunners. That's really fun as well.
Tiny Build has a grip.
They have what?
They have a grip of games.
Yeah, there's a lot.
What was the other one? Check-in, Knockout. That one's pretty cool, too.
There's way too many. Yeah, Check-in, Knockout.
Check-in, Knockout's pretty sick.
Divide
We're
by
gonna
Sheep,
like that a
which
lot.
is like a mobile.
Right.
There's a bunch.
Yep.
Just go tinybuild.com, check it out. I really didn't know much about Party Hard until Jack told me about it, and I saw it at PAX, but it wasn't enough. What?
What do you mean when I told you about it?
Well, I didn't know about it until you were like, "Oh, didn't they announce like during PAX? They were like they were gonna announce a game or something," and I was like, I saw it. It's right there, but I didn't know it was like a secret, you know?
Right. Yeah. So they before PAX, when they sent us like the list of what games they're showing and stuff, they're like, "Oh, 2 unannounced titles or whatever," and one of them turned out to be Party Hard. So I thought it was only gonna be like in like press area type thing, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But it was like sitting on the show floor, and I was like, when you told me it was on like over there, people were like, what are you talking about?
As soon as you're like, they're waiting, because we were talking to what's his name, Alex?
Yeah, that's what I said.
We were talking to Alex, and as we were talking, or actually as you were talking to him, I was kind of just browsing. They had a pretty decent sized booth. It was, by the way, the most comfortable chair I've ever sat in when we played Boyd.
Yeah.
Probably, they definitely deserve a thumbs up for comfortability while playing a game.
I don't remember that.
they hugged you in a way.
Was it comfortable?
I felt loved. Yeah, it felt very.
I just don't remember that much. I guess.
Or maybe
I think I was just
lack of chairs. Period.
Yeah, maybe you just like you're so excited to sit down.
So yeah, they had like a two stations for Party Hard, and I saw it and I was like, oh, that looks interesting. I didn't dig into it at all, but apparently that was their secret game or whatever that they were announcing.
Yeah,
or
I still don't know what the other one was. They said there were 2.
I'm not sure.
I still don't know what the other one was.
No idea.
Well,
but so Party Hard, I mean, what can you really say about the game other than so the story goes, your neighbors are having a loud party, right?
Yeah. All kinds of stuff. They're outside, you know what I mean? It's not just like a loud party. It's like, your neighbors are outside, people, it's just like a crazy party. It's just not like Project X type party. Not quite on that level.
Civilized.
Did you ever see that movie?
Oh, yeah, I saw it.
Okay. Yeah, so it's not like Project X size party with like flamethrowers in the street and stuff. But maybe later levels or some DLC could be that'd be pretty sick.
Just burn them alive.
Yeah. But yeah, so they're having a party. Your neighbors are having a party. And you're unhappy with it.
And you're unhappy with it, so you decide to infiltrate said party. And so, I mean, how do you even describe the game? So it's like a top-down view, like old school GTA, I guess. That's the only way I can see it right now.
Top-down game,
yeah,
Zelda,
it's a top-down game.
Yeah.
I don't know why. All I could think of is GTA London and just going up to the payphone. I don't know why that came to me just now, but
I know. Wait, London, was that was like expansion or something?
No, I don't know. Whatever. Just regular.
Which one was London?
The first GTA ever.
Well, okay, was it called London? Was that the
I believe it was called GTA
it?
London. Yeah.
Really?
I believe so.
I never knew that. Like, I've seen it before. I've seen like GTA.
You never
London,
played?
but I've never. I played GTA 1. And I played GTA 2. Probably the best Grand Theft Auto games ever created. But I've always seen like GTA London at some time, so I don't think I've ever like paid attention to really.
The first one was called GTA London.
I thought it was just GTA.
I'm not sure.
Wait, do you know who it was developed by? The first GTA.
I don't.
Okay, so it's by a company called DMA Design, and they also developed this really cool game called Uniracers for Super Nintendo.
Really?
And they later became
what the fuck?
They obviously became Rockstar North or whatever it is. Huh?
Wow, I had no idea.
Yeah, I think I even wrote about that in when we did Video Game Month last year, July, which is also coming up again this year.
Oh yeah.
I'm pretty sure I did a post for Uniracers, and I think I wrote that in there in the post. So everyone should check out that post because it's probably pretty cool. I bet.
Yeah, that's awesome. I don't know. Uniracers is fucking great.
That's one of my favorite Super Nintendo games ever. Anyways.
I forgot where I was, but
we were talking about GTA London and how
whatever. It's
Party
just a
Hard
top-down view.
That. Yeah.
It's just a top-down view, and your guy has to sneakily go in and basically stab each party goer in the back, or there are certain what do you call them, triggers, I guess. So if you walk to the side, outside, there's a tree. If you press a button at the tree and there's somebody on the other side of the window next to the tree will kill them,
Oh, that's cool. I didn't get that. I think I saw my tree light up, but
Oh, you didn't do that one? Did
No.
you do... You'd use the table,
I
though, right,
did.
in the middle.
Yeah, that made it like slow. It made everybody's like stop or whatever, right?
It
Like
just
the lights go
flashed.
crazy.
Yeah, it was... Yeah,
And then
it
you
was
could
just
walk up
flashing
and like
lights and...
murk somebody real quick and nobody
Yep.
knows. Yeah, and then you have the stove.
Yeah, you have
Um,
a stove which blows up, kills anybody
One
that's in
thing,
front of it.
oh gosh, I don't know if I saw it in the trailer or if it was in the gameplay that we filmed at PAX East. It was one of the others. So you know the room on the lower right hand side where the guy's like playing
It's
a
like
game
a
usually on a
piano
computer.
thing? Yeah. Or, yeah,
And there's
I
like
guess.
a bookcase or whatever. Yeah, the room below the piano, the one closest to the street. It's a really small room.
Opposite the
It's on the right side. Yeah,
Yeah,
right
right,
side.
where the guy is on the computer, yeah.
That's what I just said. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it was in the gameplay we recorded or if it was in the trailer I saw, but like somebody knocked over the what's it called? The
One of the dressers.
bookcase. The
Yeah.
bookcase. And like I tried to do that on the little flash demo and I couldn't. So I'm guessing that was part of like a
It's part of a different build.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, there's something else too on the in the room above the kitchen. There's I
there's
noticed
a bathroom and a shower, which
Yeah,
toilet
but-
and a shower.
there's a toilet and a shower in separate rooms, but
Yeah.
in between both of those doors, there's an electrical unit with and there's water spilled on the bottom. So you're supposed to walk up to the electrical unit, press a button, and walk away, and the water gets electrified. So anybody.
Oh, I
that
think I
walks
saw
there-
that. Yeah,
But
yeah.
I don't know where I saw that, but once again, that wasn't in the little free flash version that
Yeah,
we played. So that just leads me to believe that there's gonna be a shit ton of like extras that you'll be able to kind of play around with and experiment with. One thing I really didn't like is just the fact that when there's a few amount of people that are left, it becomes very annoying just waiting for them to move, you know?
Well, how's that annoying? You're just waiting.
Because you're just waiting, exactly. Like you're just.
But how
like,
is it annoying? I don't get the link
because you're
between annoying and waiting.
You're just waiting. You're just like, oh, this fucking person, and then they move, and then they stop. Like they take 2 steps, and you're like, no, just go into a room so I can fucking kill you.
The other thing I saw, and I don't know which one it was. I think it was a trailer. Like
Mm-hmm.
you could dance or something. You can make your guy like dance.
Yeah, so that's I wanted to bring that up next because on the newer build, or the build that you should have in your inbox, on that build they added quite a few different things, and it's a lot harder. I feel.
Oh, I
it's
see
a
it.
lot
It's
harder.
right here. Oh my gosh. Somehow
Yeah.
I missed
Oh
it.
shit.
It's on the top of my email.
Oh wow.
Well, maybe
It's the
not.
first one there, and you missed it.
Yeah, I think I did.
So they added a controller support, which was obvious. I mean, from PAX it was gonna have controller support.
Yeah, the one that packs that controller.
It doesn't say, like, in the build that we were sent, it doesn't say what each button is, but obviously, I mean, it doesn't. It's really not a lot of buttons. But they did add a couple of features that I wasn't aware of. So one of those being obviously dancing. You can just try to play off a murder by just dancing in the middle.
Yeah,
of the floor.
exactly. That's one of the things I really liked about, when I was talking to Alex about it at PAX, and he was like, yeah,
Yeah.
dude, you can start dancing. I was like, cool, I'm really excited to do that. I like dancing. So,
So, so there's that. You can move bodies as well.
Okay.
Drag them from
Yeah,
one room
right,
to
right.
another, which is
I've seen that too.
It's awesome. But something that I 100% I didn't even think of or even imagined is like a listening like button. So if you hold it, you see everybody in the area who can hear you if you kill somebody. I don't know if that makes any sense. So if somebody
it kind of does.
So like somebody's in one room, you're in another room, you press the listening button, can they hear you? Is the thing,
Yeah, I
or
got
if there's like 3 people in a room and you you and one other person and somebody else on the opposite side of the room, if you kill this person here, will they hear you on the other side of the room if they're not looking at you,
Mm-hmm.
So you can, stab one and then run to the other and then stab them before they even notice. But the game got hard, man. Playing that, it's a new level also. So the one on the Flash, it's like your neighbor's house, I guess. The one that we were sent, the latest like press release or whatever,
Yeah, I'm
that
looking
one
at it.
is it's a rooftop party. So same idea. I'm guessing you live on the bottom floor, underneath the rooftop.
Or you just start going party to party and killing people.
Yeah, or you're just a serial killer and you just target parties or something.
Yeah.
But so yeah, this one was interesting just because it's a lot harder to get away with things because there's really no, outside area. And also they added a slide, so there's a pool in the middle, and you can like teleport from one room to the other by going into a tube and sliding into the pool.
Very cool.
So it's interesting. I like that getaway feature. But with that, I noticed that the AI is very smart in the sense that if you're the only one in that room, and if somebody sees you come out of that room, you're already caught.
So it's a lot different than the Flash version.
Oh,
the Flash one, it was kind of like you could just walk around, and it was like, okay, they really didn't see me, I guess.
No. It is way different. I found it being so much harder. I mean, I played maybe like a good 30 minutes or so, and I didn't beat it. Like it was ridiculously hard because, I mean, for starters, everybody's outside now. So imagine in the level that we played or in the level you played with the house, imagine everybody in the middle and you only having like one room on the side. Like that's kind of how it felt.
Yeah.
And that's where it kind of forces you to use the listen ability to get away with like really up close kills. But then the problem is you take one person out and then there's somebody else in the room with you. If you go to that person, who's listening around that person? So now you got to like plan everything out, and obviously people are moving from one room to the other. So it's like all this planning, and it's just fucking crazy. But the fact that you can still, grab a body and move it definitely helps. But at that point, you're just like, fuck. Do I move this person and risk getting caught by somebody who's going to move into this, area? Or do I just leave him here and maybe somebody saw me leave this room and they'll, call the cops? Like, it's crazy, man.
Right on. Very cool.
Absolute, man.
I'm definitely gonna check it out.
Overall fun. Yeah, play the new one, man, because that was...
Does it have the original level in it too, or is it just the rooftop party?
No, I just saw the new one. It just launched straight up with the new one.
Okay.
I was happy for controller support. Obviously, I wish it would say like what button does what, but because there's just not a lot of buttons, you kind of figure it out fairly quickly.
I'm sure they'll add that too. It's it's just a random build for people to check it out. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean that's pretty much all I got, man. I mean, have you played any of the free games with gold games or whatever the hell they're calling it?
No.
You haven't played any of them? Okay.
No.
You should probably queue up the Fast and Furious Forza 2.
Obviously, I did that. I think I told everybody. I told you about that.
Okay. So, because that's going away on Friday, if I'm not mistaken.
Right. So anybody who hasn't done it should do it. Usually it's $10, right? It was like $9.99 or whatever.
I think
usually.
It was. Yeah, I believe.
I think it's $9.99. I think, because I remember looking at it and I was excited. I was like, "Oh, this looks pretty cool," and I was like, "Oh, it's only $10 or something. I may buy it." And then I looked at it further and I was like, "Oh my gosh, this thing is free. I don't have to buy it." Yeah, no, I definitely got that. So if anyone hasn't got it yet, Forza Horizon 2 release, like, it's a standalone expansion pack for Fast and Furious.
You don't have to buy Forza 2. You don't. It's
Forza
100%
Horizon 2,
free.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, it's
and it's free up until like I think you were saying this Friday.
I believe it's up until the 10th. Yeah.
Okay, so April 10th.
April 10th. Depending on when you listen to this, obviously.
Right, 2015.
Yeah. And so with that, because we're talking about freebies, I guess it's a freebie episode other than Party
This episode
Hard,
is free too, by the way.
Yeah, free. And if you can do us a favor and leave us a review on iTunes, that'd be perfect. You
use iTunes?
I don't, but I know a lot of people who do.
Oh.
So,
okay.
In terms of releases, Geometry Wars 3 was re-released. I don't know if you knew about this.
Yeah, of course. You told me about it, and we talked about it.
That it was No, I told you of an update. I didn't tell you that it was re-released.
It's the same thing. The update is the re-release.
Yeah, so it came out with an update and a re-release, and it's basically just because they added I don't know, they added a map or something to it that I think I don't remember how it went, but I know that they added 4 other levels to it and 40 levels to it, a shit ton of new boss battles and all sorts of fun stuff, and that's been one of our
April update just came out for Xbox One, so I didn't mean to interrupt you, but
there was an April update as well. That's
but I mean, it just came
out today as we're recording.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure April 6th. Yeah, it came out this morning.
Yeah, I don't know. So Geometry Wars, not free, but definitely check it out because I haven't played it.
If you already bought it, you get all the new stuff for free.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it's Geometry Wars 3 Dimensions, but then they added Evolve to the end of it, kind of like they did from, part the original part 1 to 2, if that makes sense. Because it was like Geometry Wars Retro, I think, and then the one on 360 that was on the original Xbox, where you could just play within Project Gotham Racing, and then they did like Geometry Wars Retro Evolved, which you could also play inside PGR 3, because that's the one that released when Xbox 360 came out. But then they also released a standalone version, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's just an update. This is the first Geometry Wars ever to get an update, by the way. There's never been a title update ever for any Geometry Wars.
Wow, yeah. I didn't even think of that. That's true.
Yeah, no title update. They got even I think it was Retro Evolved. There is kind of a bug where if you're next to the wall, and I think if snakes spawn, usually
they can't hit you.
No, they can. Usually, all the enemies like flash once or twice really quick before they become like active, or you know what I mean. You get kind of like an idea of where they're spawning at. I think the ones that spawned at the wall or whatever would like kill you instantly if you were right next to him or something like that. And then the guy was like, yeah, that is a bug. He's like, I'm not patching it though. I don't care. That's how the game is. Because there was one guy who made like all the originals. I'm sure there's more people.
It's part of the game.
Yeah. So, no title update was ever released. I mean, for Geometry Wars 2 or whatever the official title was for that.
That's interesting. I didn't know that.
I mean,
it makes sense. I guess, yeah. I'm realizing now that there really hasn't been any updates.
And this is the first one that has never had working leaderboards either.
You're so mad about those leaderboards.
That's the whole point of the game.
Yeah, no, I hear you. I definitely.
It's like, okay, I bought it. We got it like a day early or whatever because we pre-ordered it, so you could play it the day before or something like that, right? So it's like, okay, I can understand leaderboards not working. At first, I was like, oh, okay, I get it
for that time frame. Yeah.
Yeah, right. And then they started working, and I was like, cool. So that's exactly what it was. And then I played maybe like a couple weeks later. Because I played a lot when it first came out. And then I took a little break. And I played a couple weeks later, and leaderboards weren't working. And then every time I've been back since, leaderboards are never online. It's always like, oh, can't do it. If the leaderboard not accessible right now. And I'm like, what are you talking? This is a leaderboard. You know what I mean? It's like, they had these in like 15 years ago, like for consoles, and way before that on like PC games or like any other game. It's like, this can't be that hard to upkeep, guys. Like, let's get it going here. Seriously.
All right.
Yeah.
No, I
hope they fix the leaderboards.
Let's hope so.
What else? I played something though. What did I play?
What'd you play?
What were some other free games that like
so
games
there's
with
two.
Gold? No, not right now. Pool
now?
Nation FX and something
else.
Which I want. Right?
Child of Light. So let me start off with Child of Light. I don't want to bash the game.
Are they both free right now?
They're both free. They both came out.
Right now.
Yes.
Okay.
Games with gold. Yeah.
Games with gold. Yeah.
So I downloaded both of them. Child of Light, as much as I want to get into it, it is a turn-based like battle, but it's interesting how they do the turn-based. There's like a bar, and once it reaches like your end, you attack, and then you can slow down your enemies by like blinding them or whatever. It's interesting. I can't get into anything that restricts me from pressing a button and attacking. I need satisfaction right now, not whenever the bar tells me that I get to be satisfied,
Right.
Next from that is Pool Nation FX, and this I did not expect to like this game whatsoever, right? And so I played it. I was like, all right, cool, let me play it. First of all, the most confusing menu system in the planet. I absolutely hate the menu system, yeah. But I finally got into a game. I started playing. I'm like, all right, man, damn, this is really fucking cool. Like, The last time I played a pool game must have been like on an Atari or some shit. Like I don't even know how. Probably not. Probably like Super Nintendo or something. But it was dude. You could like when you zoom in onto the felt, or I don't know, is that what it's called? Like the table?
That's fine. Yeah.
When you zoom into the felt, or when you're looking at it and you see every like little detail that goes into it, that's fucking amazing. Like it looks really detailed, really sharp. Really, really beautiful. But then it got to the point where I started realizing why I would hate this game. So it has like the lines that kind of guide the ball and kind of tells you like where it's going or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I hate that. Like I think they should just get rid of that. You know, it's a pool game. Like you just kind of measure and guess. You know.
Yeah.
So then,
well, it's made to be a simulator though. So
I guess. But so then get rid of it for multiplayer. I don't care. Like,
yeah.
So you have like these. I think you start off with like 2,000. I don't know if it's 2,000 or 200,000 credits to begin with, right? And these credits are meant to be used for like betting. So when you're playing on multiplayer and you're playing against somebody else, you put a bet versus against the other person. Whoever wins obviously walks out with the bet, right? So I go online and I start playing it. And I'm like, all right, let me play it, and because the lines and everything are there, it was easy to kind of to get all my shots in,
Okay.
So I'm playing the whole game, and we're getting, I believe, it was 8 balls. So I'm up for the 8. I pocket it, and as soon as that happens, I was like, cool, I won. Huh?
Did he quit?
And he quit. I get no credit. I get nothing. It just says, game
Lost
connection failed.
Yeah.
I get no credit. I get nothing.
I hate it, dude. Why don't I
level?
understand? Like that happens so often in games. It's kind of like if you're designing a multiplayer game where some type of currency is exchanged for winning and losing, would you not think that is like the one thing that you're going to like get right? Like, hey, somebody may quit. What are we gonna do when somebody quits? You know what I mean?
So I
that kills so many games.
Uninstalled the game. Uninstalled it. As pretty as it was, uninstalled it. I don't care. That is a bullshit feature. And I'm sorry, the game supposedly it's like the value is like $20. Or no. It's 14. It's 13.99.
Yeah, what kind of price is that? $14.
Yeah, it's weird. If anybody fucking buys this game, you're out of your fucking mind, because that one multiplayer, and mind you, go for it. Mind you, that one game out of the 200,000 credits or 2,000 credits, whatever that we had, it was the minimum. It was a $5 game, and this dirtbag backed out of it, and I'm just like, all right, this is retarded. I'm done with this game.
Yeah.
Like, I uninstalled it as soon as I
what if they release an update where they fix that?
Don't care. That the hurt was done. The hurt was done.
You're such a hater.
No, the hurt was done. You should have fucking fixed your game before releasing that. As you said, you should have in mind that people are assholes and will quit. It's been happening forever and will forever keep on happening.
Has been happening, yeah.
Exactly. Especially this day and age where everybody's doesn't want to lose or whatever. I would have taken a loss. It's not a big hit. It's $5. But here comes this dirtbag and just quits.
I guess the
argument
is like, oh, what if my internet connection is bad or I lose power or something? Then I lost my credits when I didn't really lose.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
I mean, there has to be some. I don't know,
what I think should happen is oh gosh, this could get really complicated, but I'm gonna try to make it
in
keep
the
it
last.
Easy.
All right, if you're in the 8 ball and something happens, tough shit. If you leave, you lose your credits. Done.
I mean, just in general,
Problem
for every
solved.
game, like kind of like the rule for every game. You know what I mean? Like, because it could happen. Your internet could go out. I mean, it's unlikely to happen.
So you
Very
forfeit.
unlikely. Right.
Tough shit. Even if you're losing, even if you're winning, you just forfeit.
I think the game
on.
should give you a few like okay, so I can't. Okay, so there's also gonna be the thing like, either you forfeit and you lose the credits
so many
you bet.
different.
Right. That's probably why they don't do it. You either forfeit and lose the credits you bet, or for like the first two times that happens, you don't lose any credits, but the other person can only get like a max of so many credits. So I can't like boost somebody. You know what I mean? I can't bet like 100,000 credits and then pull my cable. And I don't lose them and they get 100,000. You know what I mean? It could be like, oh, you get like 100 for Constellation or something, with like a fraction of the bet. You know what I mean? They could do that too. So, but the third time it happens, so the third time I disconnect during a game, then I lose my credits, and from that point on, I keep losing my credits. Yeah. Okay.
Banned or something.
Okay, banned.
Something
sure.
horrible.
Or you just lose your credits from the outset.
Just lose all of your credits, and they give you like 2, and you have to fucking work your way back up from nothing. Because you're an asshole for quitting.
Yeah.
I get it. Shit happens. I mean, I understand. My internet goes out all the time. Like, I get it.
When does your internet go out? Why does it never go out?
Oh, you haven't played on peak hours on Xbox with me, bro. It is fucking god-awful over here for some odd reason.
What does that have to do with anything?
For some reason, my internet goes out always at the same time. It's around 5:30 Eastern, and I've already said that that's because all of the kids are out of school and or after school programs and shit, and just playing games on their connection. I don't know whether or not that's true, but it sure as fuck feels like it because it's every day at the same time, and then again around 8 o'clock. I mean, it doesn't really affect like my home internet. Just
there's a difference. Is your
internet. Okay, it doesn't affect if I'm on the computer, although it'll slow down, but sometimes it's.
So if you're sitting there downloading a file, 5:30 hits, does the file stop? Like, does the download stop?
I haven't really downloaded anything around that time, so I don't know.
Well, I think that's something you should test.
I probably should.
Because if you lose connection to Xbox Live at the same time every day, you have to find out if it's you or them. The only way you're gonna do that is to test your connection, but you think it's your connection, so because you said my internet goes out.
I think it's I don't know. It's something that has to get put through a couple of tests in order to be figured out.
Yeah, well, you should figure that one out.
So
then write an article about it.
Maybe.
I wish I could do those cookies. They're pretty good.
What kind of cookies?
So it's a ginger snap cookie. I don't really care too much about ginger snap cookies, but my friend who made them, somehow she like cooked them. Yeah, she like cooked them, but like didn't cook them, so it still tastes like dough and milk in the center.
Ooh, yeah.
And it has like this great, like really rich taste, but they're crunchy at the same time. This was like they're great. They're great.
All right, so one other quick game before we go off into food.
I got a couple.
What, you got more games?
Yeah. Well, I started looking through stuff that came out because I asked you like what free games to come out. I started looking through them. Then I realized what games I played. Anyways, go ahead.
So let me just finish off the freebies. The other freebie that came out that even fucking threw me by surprise is Neverwinter.
What?
Dungeons and Dragons Neverwinter. You've never heard? That
sounds nice. Yeah. I don't want to say I have, but I really can't say I have.
So it came out about, I want to say either a year or two ago. It came out on PC. And it's now on Xbox. Rather, Xbox One. And
it's free?
It's free, man. 100% free. It's a pretty solid MMO. I'm surprised at how it's, you know what? It's weird. Because normally in an MMO, when the second you sign in and you're playing, you see the chat just go ape shit. Oh, selling this, want a group for that, buying this, looking for group and all sorts of shit like that. And in this, obviously, I mean, you can type, but who the fuck is gonna type?
Wait, can you still hook a keyboard up to Xbox One like you could on 360?
I haven't tested it, but I doubt it. Why wouldn't it work?
I don't know. I'm just saying it works on 360. I don't know if it works on one or not.
I don't know.
But you can always use what's it called too? Smart Glass.
Yeah, you can use Smart Glass to send messages and whatnot. But I mean, this day we were just I don't know if we were talking on this on the podcast last week about party chats and whatnot. But in this day and age, everybody's in a party anyway, so they're not gonna talk in there. If you need to sell something, just sell it. Sell it. For this game, it's a little different because you're grouped together. Like you're not facing anybody else. For the most part, there is a PvP to it, but
parties killed Xbox Live.
Actually, it's funny you mentioned that because we got off of we were playing Call of Duty the other day, me, my cousins, and we noticed that there was, because you know how you see the same thing in Gears, you see the chat bubble telling you that there's people talking.
Right.
We finally saw like a group, the whole group. It was a 4v4 match. We saw the whole group talking, and we saw them. We're like, fuck it, let's just switch. And, if they're there, let's go there. Yeah. So we switch, and I didn't know this, but every time you get a kill in Call of Duty, you can hear their reaction to you killing them.
See, this is something you didn't even know, and you play this game like all day. Oh my gosh.
It is the best feeling in the world. So we're playing Search and Destroy, which is a
I know what kind of mode it is. Yeah.
It's one and done type health.
Yeah.
Life, whatever. So you take them out, and they're like, it's so funny because they start screaming. They're like, they're over there. Oh, they can't hear me. Like, because normally in a party, you're like, oh, they're over there. They're, you call out wherever you saw that you got killed from. And then they're like, oh, you can't hear me. It's so fucking funny, dude. It is the best. I mean, obviously it only works when other people are also, not in the party. But just to experience that, I was like, all right, man, I get it. Like, I like that feature. Like, that's cool. But in order for something...
Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say, in order for something like that to work, you need to mandatorily disable parties. And I've seen it done. I mean, it's been done in a couple of Call of Duty games, actually. I believe Ghost had it as well, where in order to play a certain mode, you have to leave.
You couldn't be in a party,
Exactly. Yeah, you were saying?
Yeah. No, I'm sorry, I was eating too. That's what I liked about Gears of War 1. That was before parties were created, first of all. But, so Gears of War 1, if you played Warzone or Execution, because there's only 2 online modes when the game launched.
Yeah.
During the match...
Sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, no, Annex wasn't out yet. It was just...
No, I'm saying, but remember when it came out? It was so dope.
Oh, yeah,
Anyways.
I remember. Yeah. There was Warzone or Execution, and if you were alive, you could talk to all your teammates who were alive. If you were dead, you could talk to everyone who was dead. Including the other team.
Yep.
Yeah, and like I said, there were no parties. So
it's the same exact thing for Search and Destroy on Call of Duty.
Right, and that was the best, because, like, you know what I mean? Like, say I'd go kill 2 or 3 people, and then I would get killed. And then those 2 or 3 people would, like, start talking smack to me.
Shit, yeah.
Then that, like, raises their hands. He's like, all right, guys, I'm coming for you. Like, I'm going to do the same thing to you this next time. Like, get ready. You know what I mean? And then that just that whole smack talk made it so much more fun. And before and after the matches, too, was just, like, so much smack talk.
Oh,
so much. Especially after the match, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Call of Duty actually got rid of that in the beginning. So, how is it? So, in the lobby... You can't see the opposing team.
Okay.
You don't see them until you launch in. So nobody's talking shit. Like, you can't hear other people. You can hear you and your friends. You just can't, whoever you're grouped up with, but you can't hear the opposing team. It's not until you get to the actual, until everybody dies, until the round is over, that you can finally talk to everybody. Yeah. But it's only for like 10 seconds, if that.
Right, between rounds or whatever.
In between rounds, exactly. Yeah. But yeah, man, it definitely it was a whole different scene at that point. Like, it was crazy, because these are like, they weren't grown kids. Like, you can tell they're maybe like teenagers or whatever, but they weren't talking shit, like normal. They were like, all right, man, like, here's what we got to do. We got to, like, this dude is good, and we can hear them, obviously. Yeah. So we're like, yeah, all right, cool. So, if you're going to come after me, like, we're talking shit like, all right, if that's your plan, I'm gonna fucking go after you too,
Yeah, exactly.
Like, come get it,
Yeah.
So it was fun, man. That experience, and nobody was talking shit. It was, at the end, everybody was like, oh, you got fucked up,
Right. You're gonna get some kids every now and then. Like, they're usually little kids, and they're usually like singing songs to themselves or something. You know what I mean? Yeah. Sometimes you get little kids that rage, like you see on YouTube videos and stuff. But for the most part, they're little kids that are like, 8 to 10 or maybe even like 11. They're just like sitting there like, like they're just like, they're just being kids. Like, so it doesn't really bother me for the most part. But like I said, usually there's nobody in, what's it called? Nobody in game chat. Everyone's party chat. So
yeah,
it makes it kind of boring. Sometimes though, like when I, like, say I'm playing a game, multiplayer game, and I realize that, like, people aren't in a party, but they're just not talking. You know what I mean? So that means they could hear me if I start talking. Like, I'll grab my mic and I'll plug it in, and I'll start talking. And, like, I can, maybe it's just placebo effect, but I swear when I start doing that,
other
like,
people follow
my
suit.
team, they still may not talk. But like, I swear my team does better. Like, if we're losing and I feel that we could be winning, like I'll put the mic in, I'll start talking. I'll be like, "Guy, listen up." I'm like, I know you can hear me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll be like, I need so and so to go do this. Like, this is where I'm at. This is what we're doing. And I swear, like, they pick it up. They get it going. But that's just sometimes like you know, sometimes someone will move and you hear like the little like doo-doo-doo thing on the mic, you know, like from somebody moving or like muting their mic or on and off. So it's like, all right, I know they're there. I know they can hear me. You know, like, let's do this. And then you just start talking. And it works out. I swear it works out.
That's fun.
Like I said, it may be coincidence / placebo. Maybe, you know, we're always going to win those games that I've done it. I've only done it maybe like 5 or 10 times. But I feel like what I've done has helped. So it makes me feel good about it, you know?
Yeah. So, back on track real quick. Neverwinter, just want to say, I've been having fun, man.
So it's normally a free-to-play game anyway, though.
It's yeah. So it's free to play.
Okay, see, I misunderstood that part. Was there a game called Neverwinter Nights or something like that?
Yeah, that's whole nother.
Is it a different game, or is it part of the same universe?
It's the same universe. It's still Dungeons and Dragons, if I'm not mistaken, but
different company, same company.
That I don't know.
When did this game come out?
Different company. So
Neverwinter Nights came out like early 2000s. Wow.
Actually, I don't even think this is. I don't think this has anything to do with Dungeons and Dragons. Oh yeah.
No, it does.
Yeah.
Game mechanics based on Dungeons and Dragons 3rd edition rules.
Yeah. So, yeah, and this is by a different company. So Neverwinter, I get the new on Xbox One / old on PC is on Cryptic Studios, which is also behind the studio behind City Heroes, City of Villains, and then you have Neverwinter Nights, which is by BioWare, like you said, and that's a studio behind what's it called?
I think you should get this one. It starts with an M and it's with an E.
Mass Effect. There you go.
And there's also the other game, DA.
Baldur's Gate,
DA.
Dragon Age.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also one of my personal favorites, Star Wars: The Old Republic.
Okay.
So. Yeah, man, it's really fun. You don't have to pay anything, although I feel like at one point I'm probably gonna end up dropping like anywhere from 10 to 20
Oh gosh, just stop.
I'm saying probably.
You know what? This is a game you should immediately delete from your Xbox. Then just go ahead and delete it. I'm saying
probably,
right,
and I'll tell you why. Well, come on, hear me out, right? If a game is fun,
sure.
Hold on. If a game is fun, right?
Yeah.
If you're putting time into it, if you're having fun. You're playing with your bros, you're having a good time, and it was free. Why not put in like $10? You know?
Because the game's free.
Well, come on, like, you know?
No, I don't know. Obviously, I don't get it.
I don't know. I said maybe. I haven't played it. I mean, I guess I did play it quite a bit. I put maybe like 8 hours into it in like the course of 2 days, but it's interesting. From my understanding, they've definitely changed it up. Like the control scheme is very confusing at first, but once it clicks, you know? Okay. Because there's just so many different like skills and shit like that. From my understanding, the original PC version, the text was all really small. For this version, they've kind of upped it, obviously, because I mean you're playing. Technically, it's like. You're meant to be playing this from like a couch from afar, I guess, right? So they've upped the text on it, and you can see just so many differences between the two. And obviously the UI is a little different just because of all of the options that you have to scroll through and whatnot. And on PC, you can pretty much have everything on one screen, you know? Mm-hmm. So, and just to make it bigger, you have to separate it. So it makes sense. But it's fun, man. There's breadcrumbs that lead you to every quest, so you're never lost. And I like it, man. None of the quests really feel repetitive or anything like that. You just, do you. Yeah. From my understanding, you can go from level 1 to level 60, which is max level, on your own. So you don't even need to group up with anybody if you don't want to.
Or spend money.
Or spend money, exactly. So that's a good thing. I like that. I support that. So yeah, you said you had a couple of things you wanted to go through.
Yeah, we both played this game, Screamride.
Screamride.
And we kind of talked about it. I mean, I played it. You played the demo, and I didn't play it until like a week ago or maybe whatever. I honestly don't know what day this was. No, demo.
Yeah. Well, you just said you played the demo. Like, I'm the only one that played it, and you bought it.
You were the only person who played it until a week ago or so.
All right.
Or whatever about that. I don't know what day that was. What day did I play that game?
What did you think of Screamride?
I'm real mad at it.
You're mad at it?
Because you got to like gold to go to the next thing or something, right? You got like the little gold badge or whatever.
Yeah, it's another one of those games. That's the dude. Get with the times, bro. You're like a grumpy old man. Get with it. Every level from here, every game from here until forever, until something new gets figured out, is gonna have 3 stars, and you need a certain score to reach each of those stars. That's just
you have
how
to get you have to get all the stars though. It was like it's not 3 though. It was like 5 or something.
Well,
right?
no, I'm saying in an example, for the most part, all of these mobile games are just like that, where you have to reach fucking a certain number of stars.
I don't play mobile games.
Yeah, but they're bringing that to console, and here's your first iteration.
No, I mean, there's always been games like that. Like, you have to get so many stars overall to progress to the next level. That's fine.
A game we just talked about, fucking Geometry Wars.
Usually it makes sense, though. Yeah, but that makes sense, though. Geometry Wars pretty much makes sense. I'm okay with their star system. You know what I mean? It's fine. I get it. This one was like, I have to get perfect to, like, go to the next one. And I was like, this is stupid. I don't want to waste time to perfect this. Like, I just want to play it. You know what I mean?
Did you play all 3 modes?
No, there's only one mode.
No, there's 3.
3 levels, but 1 mode, right?
No, there's 3 modes and 1 level of each.
Well, whatever. I don't know.
You're the rider, the builder, and the destroyer.
Well, whatever. I didn't get past the first one, so...
You got that mad.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Like, okay,
Wait,
so...
Hold on, you didn't even experience the full game then.
Right, because I couldn't.
Oh, no, man. We'll come back. Well, you know, we'll revisit this. You got to try out. If you're going to talk about this game, you got to play the other 2.
I'm pretty sure I already deleted it, first of all.
You're the worst.
So wait, maybe I didn't. I don't think I deleted it.
The rider?
Yeah, so the first thing you do is you ride it, or like you control it or whatever. I don't know.
You control your...
You're the rider, right?
Yeah.
That's the rider, yeah.
The next one, you launch the people into destroying the rides, and then the one after that, you build your own ride.
Maybe I did. Wait, you don't launch people in the first one?
You throw like a ball, and you're supposed to like get them through a target or.
Okay, that's different.
You play, yeah, man. You gotta experience the whole game before you can come at it.
I can't. I can't experience the whole game because I gotta keep playing to beat this stupid level, and I'm not gonna play 500 times to beat it. Okay.
I agree with you. That mode was bullshit. I agree with you 100%. However, play the other 2 because they're actually pretty fun.
I can't play the other 2 because I have to get past the first one. That's what I'm saying.
You don't?
Yeah, I did. I tried to go somewhere else.
Just get like 2 stars. Who cares?
I got like 4.
Then move on.
I can't. It won't let me.
Yes, you can. It let me. I remember because I didn't complete it either. I hated the first one. It was stupid.
I liked it. I liked it. I played it maybe 5 times, and I was like, okay, this has to be the best score I got. So let me tell you about it.
Oh my god, you played it 4 or 5 times, dude. I played it once, and I got my score, and I moved on. I said, "Fuck this mode. I want to fucking destroy shit." Go ahead.
Listen. So I played it. I was like, oh, it was cool. And they gave me a score. I was like, all right, let me see. I could probably just do better. You know what I mean? Let me just try. I didn't even try to move on to the next part of the game yet. I was like, I could probably do better. So I said retry whatever, and I did better. I remember, I think it was like, let's just say 1.3 million or something like that, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, that's cool. I'm pretty sure I tried to move on after that, and I couldn't. I was like, you need such and such to do that. I was like, all right, well, let me try this again. You know, because I didn't try to do the objectives really. I was just kind of messing around, having fun. And there was like 5 objectives or something you can do, like I think per level or whatever it was.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Like
so I was like, all right, I looked at them all, and it was like save your boost, you know, hit the whatever, like ride on 2 wheels for so long or something. I was like, okay, I could do most of these.
They're easy.
So there's either 6 or 5. I don't remember. I think there might even be 6. You know what I mean? Because I'm pretty sure I got 4 of them. So I like went through. I was like knocking it out. I'm like, dude, it's the best run I ever had. I got like all these objectives, more than I've got any other time. You know what I mean? Everything looks good, and my score is lower than what it was when I did like half of that stuff. And I was like, let me try to move on again. Maybe I'm missing something. And I couldn't.
So
I was like, you know what?
I think you're moving on to the next level on that same mode, I think was the problem. And those are definitely locked.
Yeah,
What
okay.
you were
Well,
trying
that's
to
all I
do.
want to do. That's all I want to do. I don't
Well,
want to play
it's
the
a
game
demo.
anymore. I don't want to play
It's
the
a
game
demo.
anymore. Okay, if it's a demo, then why limit me so much? Like
You're
know
not
what I
getting
mean?
limited. You're getting 3 different versions of the same thing.
No, I'm trying to get to the next level in a demo. I'm trying to experience what a game is like. You're supposed to entice me to buy it. You're not supposed to sit there and be like, oh, no,
It's
no,
a demo,
no. You have
and
to
you're
get a
getting-
perfect score. No, no, no.
You don't have to get a perfect score. No,
How you just told me. You just said the level in that mode is locked. The next level in
The
that mode is
next
locked.
level. So, all right. So in the writer's
Until I
version,
go on.
the
Until I
writer's
get that
version.
score.
Okay, here. The demo had 3 modes. That's all you were meant to play. Is just those 3. 1 level on each of the modes. Done. That's it.
And why are the
You
other
could-
levels there?
They're just there for show to tell you that if you buy this game, you're gonna get all of them.
I don't
You'll
think so.
have the
I
option
still
of
think I'm
getting
gonna
them.
have to perfect that level to go to the next,
I don't think
to the
so.
next one.
You know what? I might buy it just to fucking prove you wrong. Moving on.
I hope you do, and I hope you get stuck and you get pissed off that you can't beat the game because it's stupid.
No joke. I did have fun playing it though. I'm not gonna lie. Like
I had fun playing it until I got mad at it. Yeah.
I didn't get mad because I moved forward. I played. I
No,
enjoyed
you backed out
thoroughly.
and you went to a different mode.
I thoroughly enjoyed all 3 modes more than enough to be able to talk about all 3 modes, unlike other people.
I was
in this
thoroughly trying to
podcast.
enjoy one mode at a
One
time.
mode.
And then move on to the next thing, and it wouldn't. So usually if you're playing a demo and it's locked, it'll say like, "Oh, hey, get the full version to get this." It was like, "No, you can go here in the demo," because I'm pretty sure there's
don't
only 3
remember.
things available.
There's 3, yeah, but I don't
Yeah.
remember what it said. Or
There were 3 things
anything if I
available, but it
highlighted
wasn't like locked for a demo. It was like, no, you need to get this little gold thing, whatever it was, to get to here. And I was like, are you serious right now? Like, what? This is like not fair. You know what I mean? It's like that game is not supposed to be a serious game. It's supposed to be like a fun game when you go in and do stuff, and at least that's how I interpret the game, from the previews to the trailer to the actual gameplay. It's supposed to be like entertaining. It's supposed to be just like, hey, let me go in and ride some roller coasters and throw some people off some stuff, and you know what I mean? To me, that's how that's my interpretation and feeling of it. So I don't want to have to sit there and perfect it. I'm not playing a Geometry Wars where, I'm trying to get
high
3 more
scores.
points more than you, because that's the entire game. Then this entire game is supposed to be fun and laughing and funny and things like that. It's not supposed to be so serious. Why so serious?
What else you got?
I played Rayman Legends. Did you ever play that one yet?
I didn't. No, how was it?
I don't
I'm
remember.
not a big Rayman fan. I mean, I'm familiar with it.
It's just a platformer.
It's a platformer. Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm just like, eh. It's just like any other platformer.
Oh no, there were some things I didn't like about it. I don't remember exactly what they were now. The game is $40.
Rayman?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. That's really expensive.
Anything else? Anything that you actually remember playing?
I mean, I remember playing it. I just remember what I liked and didn't like. I remember something with the controls like made me upset. I think like the button configuration. I wanted to change like the layout and I couldn't.
Mm-hmm.
Which okay. So not related, but it is related. But I just thought about it. Button configuration. Sony released an update for PS4 where you can map any button you want to any other button for any game. It's like it's on the operating system level. So you can be like, hey, I want my X button for this to like go be this other button now.
No matter what. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's like
That
you can
is
map your
interesting.
controller. Yeah. And I thought that was really cool.
Speaking of button
so-
mapping, actually, I have a quick complaint as well. Just want to say to Hi-Rez, creators of Smite, decided to change my jump button from the left analog to the right analog, and it really fucking threw me off to the point that I don't want to play this game anymore.
Wow.
But
big deal.
yeah, I got upset because even if you go in and change the what's it called? Even if you go in to look at the different options for the controller settings,
So they have like preset options like, oh,
they're
layout
all
1,
presets.
layout 2.
And, yeah, they're all
Okay.
presets, and not a one of them is a revert back to the old version. That really pissed me off.
So what was it before? What was it?
It was left analog instead of right analog.
So you would click the analog stick.
Click it, yeah.
And that was your jump.
Yeah.
Okay. And now they made it right analog stick.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway.
And you're not happy about that.
I'm not. I mean, it's not, whatever. I still play the game, but it's not the same.
Yeah.
For some reason.
I think my problem with Rayman is that there's like a run and a jump, like every other platformer.
Yeah.
And I played a lot of Mario. Like, well, every Mario is pretty much the same. But, like Mario, you run, jump, run, jump, And that's how platformers should be. And this was, like, not that way. And I just felt the controls weren't, like that, like, very precise. You know what I mean? I felt like it was always, I don't know. And for a platformer, it's like your controls have to be perfect. Like, that's the whole point, So,
yeah.
I think that was my problem with it. Other than that, it was okay. I didn't really realize what was going on. I can't believe it's $40. That's crazy.
So much for a truncated show, eh?
I guess. That's why I said don't say. Make sure you guys get Terraria and Gears of War Judgment. They're free now until April 15th.
Because the other one comes out.
And then it's Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, which I am a little excited about, even though I have played 0 of the Assassin's Creed and I own almost all of them. And then Army of 2.
Army of 2, there you go.
What's it called?
I'm going to hook up my 360 just for that.
Something. I don't know. It's part 2 of Army of 2.
The Cartel.
Devil's Cartel.
Part 3.
Devil's Cartel. Is it part 3?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I see the 3 in there now.
The 3 is made out of
use the H. Yeah.
Yep.
H, yeah. I got you. Army of 2. I didn't know they made 3 of them, I'll be honest with you.
Oh, man. It's one of the greatest series ever.
I don't know about that.
I love it. It is so much fun. There was this one moment where me and Chris were back to back just sniping, and it felt so good. Like the co-op of it, it was just on point. Yeah. Anyways, let's just leave it at that. That's a wrap for episode 96. Yeah, 96. I'm at True Oz.
At J Spin, J Spin.
That's J Spin. And
Show 220.
And yeah, that's it. Play you draw. Bye guys.
Down right up left.
That too.
Slash.
And before I stop recording,
down right up
you
left.
can find all of our stuff on downrightupleft.com
or DRULcast.com.
DRULcast.com. Make it easy.
You know who you say that bye guys?
What?
Did I ever send you that video of Gene Simmons and Major Nelson interview?
No.
I'm sure I've sent it to you.
Oh, yeah, you have.
Yeah. And like the end, he goes like, "Thank you," or something like that. You know what I mean?
Who does? Nelson?
Gene Simmons.
Oh, I gotta listen to that now.
So like Gene Simmons is acting like a complete clown. It's kind of a bit rude too, but I mean he's Gene Simmons, so it's kind of funny. At the end of the video, he goes like, "Felicia, was it good for you?" And he goes like, "Thank you." Like that's it. Like so, Major Nelson's like trying to wrap it up. Like, "Oh, thanks Gene for taking the time." He's like grabs the mic, interrupts Major Nelson, and he's like, "Felicia, was it good for you?" And he's like talking to somebody way off camera, and he's like, "Thank you." And then that was like that in the interview. I'm like, oh my gosh, this guy's so silly. That was like the first time I ever experienced Gene Simmons was that interview.
Oh man,
yeah,
that's funny.
I'll have to find it. I wonder if I could post it legally.
Probably. It's an Xbox one, so yeah.
It's an Xbox video. I don't know.
Just embed it. No big deal.
I mean, no, they don't host it. I mean, sure that video does not exist anywhere online any longer.
It should be on YouTube.
It was like that was back in the days when they used like WMV.
Really, yeah.
You know what I mean? And you were like download the video. Like this is how long ago it was. Like you would download the video to your computer and then watch it type thing. It wasn't like streaming video everywhere. So I doubt it's still somewhere accessible. Yeah. Anyways. Bye.
Yeah. Bye.